right? So what I'm going to show now is a chart of the S&P 500, which is the stock market, the 500 companies within the United States stock market. And we're going to see the impact of what just happened this past week. So this is the S&P 500 index, right? SPX. This is what happened on Friday. We were down 5%, almost 6% on the S&P 500. If you look at this chart, which is a 5-year chart, then it shows the growth of the market over the last 5 years. And this is down at the bottom. Let me move my cursor for a second. Where we at? There we go. Down at the bottom, we were in 2020. We were at the bottom to the right. And as you move up to the left, to the left, if you move up to the right, you see this huge gap down from the highs all the way down to where we currently sit at in the middle of that yellow and red line. The yellow line is the 72-day moving average. The red line is the 200-day moving average, right? And as you look at the market and look at those lines from a technical standpoint, we hit the red line, what year was that? That's 2022. And we have been moving up since, and we have not come back down to hit that red line since 2022, right? So right now, we could come down to see that 200-day moving average again. We could. We have a couple different resistance lines and support lines that we need to go through. There's a lot of levels that we might hit before that, but this is an opportunity. I don't look at this as a negative thing. I say to myself, listen, I'm 34. I'm going to be investing for the next 30, 40 to 50 years. And my goal in the end is to then invest for my children and hopefully, God willing, my grandchildren. So if I know that I got a huge gap down when it comes to the stock market and I'm getting in, Nvidia at $94 a share when it was just at 140 about a month or so ago, right? And Apple is sitting at 190 something. It was just $240 a share. Microsoft was at $450 a share. It is all the way down to 370, 380 currently right now. This is an opportunity. You do not get many opportunities in your lifetime to see a market that dips 10 to 15%. And it's possibly going to dip more as we continue to see more inflation, a possible recession, and these tariffs, global tariffs out of this world going crazy. So if you just look at these lines and you look at the technicals and say, listen, in a 5-year span, the S&P only came down one time to hit that 200-day moving average, even as low as that 72-day moving average, the yellow line. This is an opportunity to grow wealth and grow money long term, as long as we stay consistent and have an understanding when it comes to the stock market, right? On Friday, when I seen dips with Nvidia and it got under $100 a share and it went to that $94, $95 range, I just bought. I started to buy, right? I understand that Nvidia is one of the most important companies in the world. And when it comes to artificial intelligence, semiconductors, chips, AI as a whole, and then the future of quantum computing, I just know that Nvidia is one of the most important companies in the world. And with me knowing this and knowing that I'm going to be investing in this company for at least 10 years, why would I not buy it at a discount of over 30%? Why would we not do that? Sure, there are people that's running away. They are selling and selling and selling and selling. Hey, Warren Buffett has a quote. He says, buy when others are fearful and sell when others are greedy. Basically meaning that when people run and people are fearful of what's happening and you got selling and selling and selling, he says, that is when you buy. You don't wait until the market is going crazy up and now you're a part of FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. And now you're just buying and buying and buying at high prices. No, when you see dips of 20, 30, 40, 50% discounts, you take advantage of those opportunities, right? So over the next 30 days, right? Next week, 2 weeks from now, month, we going to see continued opportunities to be able to invest in the market. And I wanted to show this chart because it gives you a visible understanding of the technicals. And I didn't get into all of the different things. I just gave you a basic chart with 2 lines, right? There are way more that I can add to this chart. But as you can see over a 5-year period, we've only come down to touch or even get close to touching that 200-day red line, 200-day moving average one time. And if you look at the chart and you see the free fall that's happening right now, next week is going to be tough, right? Earnings season for these companies is starting actually next Friday with the banks, right? You have opportunities to get into these companies or start an entry in some of these companies at a significantly lower price.